Man, jazz. So, yeah, just a little bit about like me being into jazz and I'm talking. Okay. Different types of expressive music. I can't really play this thing because I'm not really a guitarist and because 2 strings are missing, so I can just like doodle. But when I was, I remember. Okay, when I was in 8th grade. So it was like, oh, you're in 8th grade. You're at the end of middle school. You know, you're like about to go to high school, so the big whoop, right? There was a jazz concert at LHS, the local high school. So my mom and dad and maybe brother, we all went down to the high school, which I wasn't really familiar with. I went to go see them and it blew me away. I remember feeling like tingles because I was so astounded. I felt like there was this magic, holy space on stage where there are these warm, like transcendental lights and these people that are just so in the flow of something. And they're like, their minds are going in, you know, into the group kind of, and they're listening to one another, but the music is like coming out, and it was just so incredible. And I took a beginning jazz class that year, and the next year I took like a more advanced jazz class, and I learned a lot about basic ear training, so being able to recognize intervals between music. It's really like head stuff kind of, you know. And all the ear stuff sat in my head, and my ear just got better and better, and I became more and more of a listener. So I went away for a while this past year. I went to Israel for like almost more than a year, and then I came back home, and I started driving delivery at this Indian restaurant. Really good food, Royal India Bistro, Lexington Center. Check it out. Because I think a lot of people feel intimidated by jazz because a lot of it is fast, and there's not a whole lot of vocals, so most people are used to hearing words in music. And also, it sounds like noise a lot of the time to the untrained ear. And it sounds like, dude, what are these guys doing? Is there supposed to be a melody? Am I supposed to feel like this is pretty? I've lost the beat. Is there even a rhythm to this? And I used to feel like that. And sometimes I still feel like some jazz is just noise, but now I really feel like there's the depth to it and a patience to the music and a sophistication and a simplicity that I think is just incredible. The stuff just moves me so deeply, and I think it is such a good open forum for expression, because there are all these rules of harmony, rules of rhythm, rules of tradition in the music, but it's really an open forum to like just be a total freak. And you can hear some people that are just like expressing, and when you hear them play their music, they're soloing, they're improvising, you could just tell like this might be the one chance, the one time in their life when they can just they don't feel judged. They don't feel like somebody's gonna tell them they're saying the wrong thing or that they're speaking in the wrong cadence, and they can just play their trumpet and just let it go. And it speaks a language that even if other people aren't ready to hear what they're saying in a different way, everybody's ready to hear music, and so everybody can appreciate it and make that person feel supported and like their voice matters. And it's a sharing thing, because I don't know, I think it's just incredible. And I wish I could go back in time and tell my younger, like 14-year-old self who felt too intimidated by this music that he loved that, like, don't worry, it's okay. And even the pros feel intimidated. And that just, I don't know. And I still play bass. My bass is over there. I play piano. I play guitar when the strings aren't broken. I have a trumpet in the other room. I even have a bamboo flute that I like to play on. And I just play whatever. I don't know a whole lot of songs. My repertoire is limited, but I can learn things pretty easily. I can use my ear to, if I hear a song on the radio, I can figure it out real quick. Or I wish I had more people to play with. There used to be kids that I knew that I would play music with, but I feel like the music is so personal that over time I started feeling more of a personal distance between these people. And I felt like I didn't feel like it was worth it to bridge that personal gap to try and make a musical connection, because I felt the music is so personal, like what's the point? What I really want to start doing is I want to go down to, there's a local sheet music store, Spectrum Music, and I want to get sheet music for like piano. Really, because some shit I hear on the radio is just like, dude, I could not figure that out by ear. And it is so beautiful. And I feel like if I learn a piece like that from a book, I'll have a better understanding of the harmonies, and my ear will be better. I'll be able to hear things more and replicate things better. I'll be able to play better. It's thriving, but it's the kind of thing that only thrives because we make it thrive. And I think that it would be cool if more people could just broaden their musical palette to take a step to try and appreciate this music, which I feel like it's always in a state of dying. Like, in a kind of a cool way. It's like always dying. And I think that it's okay if it sounds like shit. What really made a difference to me is I was like taking a class with like a real musician one time, and he said in some way that like the pros don't make mistakes. I mean, obviously everyone makes mistakes, but we were listening to a particular recording, and he really emphasized that this guy is doing everything intentionally. And I must have been 16 when I heard that, and it changed my ear forever. Because I started realizing, so these guys, if they did a solo, which just sounds like mud and dirt and like metal, like maybe they meant it. Maybe the point is that I'm supposed to feel like that. And the point is that I'm supposed to dig deeper and find the beauty in it. People say think twice. Well, I think it's good to listen twice. And listen 3 times and listen 4 times. And see if you can get a better relationship with just the space around you by getting a better relationship with your own ear and being able to listen more to what somebody else is kind of trying to tell you when they're playing. And this stuff has totally changed my life, and I feel like everything is jazz. And it's just really awesome, and I like it a lot.